Sarah's always talking about these wine whispers, and I'm trying to figure out what she's talking about. But today we're going to talk about truffle whispers. And I'm super excited to tell you guys about some of the truffle hunters that we work with. And so first, we're going to go over to Umbria, right? And at Umbria, you're going to meet Alessandro. Alessandro is the first truffle hunter we ever worked with. He's coming from a family. They have been hunting truffles for 900 years. It's just been a lifelong family tradition for them. And then we're going to go a little north and get pretty close to the Alba White Truffle Festival. And we're going to meet Valentina, who hunts truffles in Piemonte. She's very special, right? She's a very special truffle hunter, as she was a 4-time cancer survivor and one of the very few female truffle hunters that is around. And what's interesting is she only goes out with one dog. And so she's got a little grocery store right in town. She goes and she hunts truffles in her free time. She brings those truffles to the grocery store and sells them right at her own little store. So it's pretty incredible. So we're going to go through with her and hear her story about hunting truffles. And then we're going to make a quick little pit stop all the way in Australia and see how they're hunting truffles over there in a truffiere, right? And so in Italy, we're going to hunt them wild. And then in Australia, we're going to hunt them on a truffiere. In Australia, they hunt them on a truffiere, which means that they have planted trees, typically hazelnut or oak, that have been inoculated with the truffle spore. And so they inoculate them with the same spore of truffle that you'll find in France, the black Perigord truffle. And so what's very interesting about this is that it takes 15 years after they plant that tree for the truffles to start producing next to the trees. And then you only get truffles for about 5 years. So they have to plant another about 15 acres every 5 years, right? And so it's an incredible amount of work to be able to produce these truffles. And so Australia is on the same latitude lines as France, as is Napa. And so that's why in Napa, they've now started to be able to produce these same black winter truffles. And so I thought it'd be super cool to be able to show you guys some of the truffles, some of the hunters, and see how they do their daily work, right? And how we work with them to be able to get the truffles here, slice them, poach them, get them in that little jar, and send them to you guys in your kits every Sunday. So enjoy. First, we're going to take you to Umbria, Italy, where we'll hear from Alessandra, the very first truffle hunter we ever worked with.
The life of truffle hunters is very tired life. I start this morning at 4 o'clock and now come back is at home is 5:11.
Alessandro and his family have been hunting the land of Patino for 900 years. His grandfather, who we saw earlier, is actually credited with finding some of the world's most popular truffle hunting spots. Alessandro is the first hunter that showed us how much you have to care for the dogs and care for the lands and the areas that they go out truffle hunting. For every truffle that they dig up, they have to come back later that day and fill that hole back in with dirt so that it doesn't signal to the dogs the next day when they come out. So you think Alessandro and his grandfather and everyone before them has been taking care of this land. Next, we're taking you to Piante, Italy, which is home to the White Truffle Festival. It's also home to one of our absolute favorite truffle hunters, Valentina. Valentina is one of the very few female truffle hunters and has a really unique story. She owns a grocery store and is a 4-time cancer survivor. And she hunts with her single dog, Cora.
She is in the place.
A popular spot?
When she's not running her grocery store, during white truffle season, she's hunting truffles as much as she possibly can.
I go to hunting truffle almost every day if I can, if I can with the work. But in the truffle season, I sleep a very little bit.
Most truffle hunters go out with many dogs, and she's very unique that she only has one.
Welcome to the Truffle Shuffle. We're going to take Molly out, if you can see her. Hey Moll. We're going to take Molly out and see if we can find you a truffle. Let's go.
Here you can see the trees are all lined up, and this is what you call a truffier. And so in Australia, they've been trying to produce truffles for the past 40 years. And it takes those trees 15 years to get to that stage. And it's not until about 15 years in that the trees will start producing truffles.
You can see that there, guys. Just sitting on the surface.
How'd she smell, Mum?
Perfect. It's beautiful. Winging its way to you guys.
That was the Truffle Shuffle. Welcome to our farm and welcome to the hunt. Let's go and see if we can get one for you to do. Come on, come this way. Let's have a look. As you can see, beautiful day here in Australia. And here's one that we found. The most important thing is the smell. Oh, that's not bad, I have to say.
As you can see, for every single truffle that gets hunted, someone has to go out, dig it out from the ground, take it, clean it, care for it, and get it all the way over here to America so that we can enjoy it on some of these fantastic dishes we get to cook together here at Truffle Shuffle.
And it smells divine. This one's coming all the way to the United States for you, and thank you very much. Enjoy.